Mona Ntate Xoli kukhala amadoda uzonibona xa sendifikile phaya. Hola banna. Let me tell you, I will explain like bit by bit. Why was it important for me to inform Kat?
See, and there you will see Miss Voice Call, Miss Voice Call, Miss Voice Call, Miss Voice Call. And all of those, and next page 96, Miss Voice Call, Miss Voice Call. There's another one, Miss Voice Call, and all the way down. I'm sure you could go on and on. 97 as well, same thing. All of those are Miss Voice Calls coming from Mr. Mokgotsi. So it's Mr. Mokgotsi who's seeking out the chief evidence leader. It's not the chief evidence leader who's desperately trying to get hold of Mr. Mokgotsi. It is Mr. Mokgotsi who appears to be desperately wanting to get hold of the chief evidence leader. So I'm saying, yes, we do not know the content of the conversations, or rather, what conversations actually took place where there were calls that were taken between them. But from the fact that Mr. Mokgotsi appears to have been the one seeking out the chief evidence leader.
An impression was created.
Yes. My difficulty with you when I started engaging, why I engaged you on
It's
this,
the promise.
you said a promise was made to him.
I'll retract the
All right.
use of the word promise, Commissioner.
No, you're not retracting the use of the word promise. You are retracting a statement that says Mr. Chaskalson made a promise to Mr. Mokgotsi because we don't have evidence of that promise. That is what I'm saying should be retracted.
Commissioner, I'll retract the statement that I made earlier on.
Thank you. I think that's a fair resolution to my concern.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Controversial Podcast. In today's video, I just want us to talk about Brown Mokgotsi. Brown Mokgotsi is just a clown, and his lawyers are not even helping him at this point with this recusal application. You know, these lawyers are so incompetent. Let's talk about Nthabiseng Mokomane, the one who's representing Brown Mokgotsi right now. And it's quite interesting and funny at the same time because she's so clueless. I feel like she doesn't know anything and she wasn't prepared for today. The co-commissioners and the chair in that commission are just grilling that lawyer. And she ended up agreeing with the commission. I mean, she was like, it's fine, I concede. It's wrong for Brown Mokgotsi to lay a complaint against Senior Counsel Advocate Matthew Chaskalson. That lady wasn't just prepared. It seems like she doesn't know anything. Co-Commissioner Baloyi was even correcting her at times. You could see that she knows nothing about law. I'd be very worried to be presented by a lawyer from DEMU. Actually, there are universities in this country that are not really good. I'm not going to mention those institutions. That lady is so incompetent. She is definitely a demo lawyer. You know, there were two lawyers. The other one was busy telling that lady what to say. She didn't even know what to say to the commissioners. When the commissioners were grilling her, I just felt sorry for her because I don't think she read Brown Mokgotsi's affidavit. She was very confused. I'm definitely sure the chairperson of that commission will not allow Matthew to recuse himself because what a nonsense submission. Like, I can even do better. You know, the interesting part is that she's also representing Sotheni Matipindeni, the man who unalived Witness G, who appeared at the Madlanga Commission. I'm talking about Marius van der Merwe, who was brutally unalived. And I don't think she'll do well in that case. If I was Sotheni Matipandile, I was just going to request another lawyer and fire that lawyer because she was all over the show. It was so sad to watch that thing. It was actually embarrassing. She ended up taking notes from the commissioners. She was like lectured. And that was just an embarrassment. It was really embarrassing seeing that lady arguing the hearsay, and Brown Mogotsi decided to withhold some information. You know, there were so many missed calls. He was trying to reach Mr. Chakalaka. Brown Mogotsi was really desperate to talk to Mr. Chakalaka, and he is the one who said, I've got information on Suleiman Karim. I'll give you some information about Karim, and it looks like he was ready to expose Suleiman Karim. I don't know what happened. Then he was applying his delaying tactics. He realized that he doesn't have that information. He applied for recusal for the evidence leader because he realized now, he's like, shucks, I don't have this information. I was just trying to delay this whole process. So now I'm caught. What will I do? Let me just say, Mr. Chakalaka abused me. Mr. Chakalaka was just biased. He ill-treated me. I don't like this. I don't want him to lead me anymore. But the commissioners were very ready for his lawyers. Brown Mogotsi is supposed to just go to jail, in my opinion. That guy does not deserve kindness. You know, he was extracting money from Vusi Musiket Matlala, the controversial businessman, or should we say the controversial tenderpreneur who was able to get a 360 million rand tender at the SAPS. He was arrested, and there are so many top officials that were arrested in the SAPS. And I'm so sad that the IDEC decided to lay charges against Fani Masemola for cancelling that contract. They basically stated that he violated the PFMA, the Public Finance Management Act, and he should be charged. He briefly appeared in court and the case was postponed. He's now accused number 17 in that case. What a shame. Brown Mogotsi was behaving like a slay queen. Vusi Musiket Matlala was just giving this guy money. Through WhatsApp chats, there was a time where Vusi Musiket Matlala was just tired of giving this guy money. He was just extorting Vusi Musiket Matlala. He even lied to Vusi Musiket Matlala and said, I know Senzo Mchunu. I'll arrange a meeting so that you can come and see Senzo Mchunu. All along, he was just playing Vusi Musiket Matlala. So he should go to jail and join him at Ebongweni. Brown Mogotsi deleted WhatsApp messages, and Mr. Chaskalson showed all those WhatsApp messages. Brown Mogotsi was busy sending laughing emojis. That guy is just not well. I think Brown Mogotsi has mental issues, like really. He doesn't realize that he is in a mess, like he's in trouble, and unfortunately there's no turning back. I'm sure PKTT is busy preparing to arrest him. If I was him, I was just going to continue give evidence because already he is in trouble and there's no turning back. And I don't think Suleiman Karim likes him at this moment. Suleiman will be very angry. I'm sure he's watching the proceedings and I don't think he's going to be happy about his friend Brown Mogotsi. Share your views on this one. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.